Uh, yeah, so welcome to the Bootcamp training this year, topic number 4. Today, we're going to talk about the preparing offers using Skyslope. Okay, so mainly for today's agenda, I'm going to go through the procedure, the steps are going to do the offer. I will use the example for the a condo offer, okay? And then go through the step, and then with you guys, if at the end we have time, we can see, we can cover a little bit about the portal. But I think this is very similar, okay? So the process for using Skyslope will be very similar to the tradition or the existing before that. We're using the web form, right? Most of you will use web form before, but probably when you new drawing, probably only don't even have a time to look at the web form yet. But this is the Skyslope. I would say this is a little bit easier than the previous one. Okay, but still involve a little bit of learning curve, just a little bit. But once you get through that, once you get used to that, it's very simple and straightforward to use. Okay, so it's a good news when Trap introducing this new service, new IT tools. Okay, and I'm gonna go through the login first, and then the second thing would be how you're gonna fill out starting from the 8, 10, and 300. We can probably fill out all together, right, with the view template, and then so typically is 5 forms: 8, 10, 300, 801, 100, and depends on freehold, condo, or the portal, right? So we're gonna use 101 today, okay, and then the 320, okay, is the confirmation of cooperation, and then Schedule B, and then the 160 is if you are the one related or you are buying, okay, that's the disclosure. And then I'm gonna show you how you can include the Schedule B, also edit the Schedule B, okay, because the Schedule B doesn't come with the buyer name, the seller name, and the address. Right? You're gonna fill it in, right? So before that, we're gonna some of good way to do it is when you do the signing, you can fill it in. But in the Skyslope form, or I used to use a free editor or just Acrobat editor to edit it first and then import, right? But this time I'm going to show you how you're going to use the Skyslope form, and that's the markup tools tags. You can just fill it in, okay? And the next one is the signature, preparing signature for the signing. Okay, so this week we're going to talk about DigiSign. Okay, you have a preference to choose between DigiSign or DocuSign or Skyslope. Okay, just go to my preference and you can change. Okay, and then next week we're going to talk about DocuSign. Okay, a little bit different, but yeah, for the signing part, it's quite different actually between the DigiSign and DocuSign. But I think if you're familiar with the DocuSign, you can use that. But otherwise, just stick with the DigiSign. It's newer, is better. Okay, check the signing process. Also, once you do the signing, you have the envelopes, and then you can see how many are signed, and you can also see the history. You can also see the certificate, signed certificate. Okay, and then the download the file, the signed document. Okay, you can choose which signed document to download. You can download it as a one PDF file, or you can download it as a one zip file. Okay, you have all the options to choose. Okay, so remember when you send email, send the offer to the LA. Okay, you're only sending the L1 100 or this guy. Okay, this row is the one you're gonna solve. You never send them the 8, 10, and 300. Okay, don't get into that mistake. Okay, and then the last one is how you're gonna use AO1 to register with Broker Pay. Okay, but most of you already know that it's very simple using the Broker Pay. So if we have time, we can cover this at the end. All right. So usually I will go through the slide first, but this time I would just jump to the actual demo because there's no need to go to slide anymore. Okay. And then if at the end we have problem, then we go back to the slide to see that what's missing or something like that. Okay. So that's your login to the track member homepage. Okay. It's a good thing starting from here. Every time you can just jump to the track login first and then look at the headline, and then you can select the tools you're going to use, right? So right here, a whole bunch of, if you don't see your one, you can click here. See the Skyslope. So as you can do the login for the Skyslope. Okay, so it jumped right away. Okay, or the other way is to do it from the run. Okay, or the wherever the tools that you use for searching, right? So mostly sometimes it doesn't come up first time, right? But this time is good. So let's say this is the one we're gonna do the offer. Okay, that's one of my listing. Okay, and then you're gonna see the MLS number, right? So let's take it first. Okay, but you can also go from here. You see, that's the Skyslope forms here, right? On the detail, and you can jump right away. Okay, so start jumping now, right? Okay, let me. If you are like this. Okay, so this offer is my own listing. So it's something like I can show you different way of the submitting listing for myself, and I am as a buyer agent. So it is a bit like the double N, right? But it's only one difference at the end. So I'm gonna show you. For now, we just go ahead like this. Okay, so I treat myself as the buyer also, because we're gonna do the 160 at the end, right? Is a disclosure for the agent buying property. Okay, and this is okay. So because you're selecting from RUM, right? It already has it already got the MLS number, right? So right here, it import every single details of MLS data already. Okay, so let's say when you start from the beginning using the track homepage, so you can, if you don't see anything here, you can still import. Okay, just what I did, right? Remember I copy the MLS number, right? So you can do the import, right? It's the same thing. Okay, so if you once you do it, if you don't like to work on this property, you want to change another one, you can do that. Okay, so this is the condo we are looking at, right? So for this one, okay, we can do let's see, we have a different name here already, right? So of course, this is something like before, right? Okay, let's say this is the one we're gonna create for the file name. Okay, so all these is forms together. They use a file to group this form together. Okay, and then go to the next part. Will be the template. Okay, template, you can set up your own template, but we're not gonna cover how you do your own template. But our company has done a good job. Sammy has done a good job for just creating this all different templates already. All right, so you can use them, basically choosing the right one. So as I say, because this is my own listing, and I'm gonna to pretend as a buyer, and I'm the buyer agent. So is it gonna be what? Is only be condo 2B, right? 2B will be the double N. Okay, so condo 3 and double N. Yeah, so it's not different, no big difference actually. Okay, but this one will give you 11 form. But if you're only using the core offer, right, it's only 7 form. But actually, some of the form you still need it. Okay, but you can go inside. So I'm gonna show you the more forms, right? Definitely. This one, okay. So you're gonna see all this form together. Okay, now you have this file name and you have all the form here. Okay, so because we're using the condo, so you will 1 and then one L1320. So this is going to 3 for the what? For the for the LA, right? For the offer to send. And then the rest would be the frame check form, okay? Amendment form and the waiver fulfillment. And this is the condition to, if you don't have any condition in your agreement, then some of the LA may require you to fill out this one, just to confirm that you don't have a condition. Okay, so usually we leave a condition on our document, on our offer, and we cross out when we do sign it. Okay, so I'm gonna show you how to do that next. Okay, so now for this, we're gonna have this form, right? We all need this form to fill out for this time, right? So before you make the offer, you have to fill out the what the 810, okay, and then the 300. Okay, this is required by RICO. Every time, okay, you have to explain the options of the making the trade, making this deal for your customer, for your clients. Okay, and let them to choose. Okay, and then the 300. Okay, so we'll suggest every time using the 300 for the representation. All right, because you don't want to get into the trouble later on to claim your commission. All right, so here we still need one more form, right? We still need the what? The 160 because we are as the buyer agent, right? So at this, we're going to add the form, right? So you just type in 160, and then this is the one. Okay, then you can just add it and do it next. So 160 here, okay, but still missing one because we need the Schedule B, right? So Schedule B for a company usually is already uploaded in the form area, right? In the schedule here. See that? Right? So you can just download it, right? But the name is bad. Okay, that's pretty bad name. It is like that. Okay, just gonna name it better name first. Oh. Okay, doesn't name there. Anyway, so let's see if we can upload this form. If not, then I'm gonna have another one. Okay. Okay. So this is the Schedule B. Okay. So we have all the form ready, but some of them you're not using it, right? So you can just probably moving that around first. C300. And I would do the grouping here first, right? Because this would be better, right? So L1 first, 300, L1, 101, 330. Okay, so Schedule B, okay, is here 160 will be the one that before you're making the offer. Okay, now that's the order you will see. And also this one will sometimes will go with the after the Schedule A, right? 101 will have a Schedule A, then you have Schedule B, then you have 330. Okay, and then you have this order form selected for the next section. Okay, now you're gonna do the field and set. Okay, now that makes anyone. Okay. Now you see they are not going so good, right? So you have to move again. So next time just move it here. Here, and then have L1, and then you have 300. Okay, now it's good. Okay, now it's starting from the working period. Now see how good it is. It already fill out most of the thing for you. You don't have to do anything. So remember in the web form, you still need to do something, right? Still need to fill out something, or you at least you have to the layout things you have to do it first. Okay, configure the layout, that kind of thing. If you miss the layout, then sometimes you become missing some stuff or whatever, right? But this one is quite automatic, quite straightforward. So everything is done for you. 300, okay, so basically you will have the brokerage name, right, and buyer, okay, because you're representing the buyer, right, and the address, just fill one, okay, just fill in one, doesn't really matter, okay, just fill in this one. This one come out every time. Okay, and the commencing date is wherever for this representation contract, right? This PLA buyer representation agreement starting. So usually we'll suggest the starting date will be the day you start doing the sewing, not the day you make the offer. Let's say today is the day you're going to make offer. Don't just write down today, okay? Because that then you will make get in trouble later on if the buyer say you never gave me the sewing time, you just make it off, right? So usually we leave a 2 week or 1 week of time at least for the sewing. So let's say today is 11, right? So you want to do maybe November 1st, starting from the 9 p.m. Right? So that's the 11, right? The 11th, today. So we want to have starting as the, this is, I don't know why this always changing the bad day, okay? Until what? You give it 3 months, right? 3 months will be November, December, January, November, December, January. Okay, that's the interest. It's a 3 months agreement. Okay, for buying. Right. So if you do a 6 month, then you need to use, right? Property type will be single enough, right? You just say that's gonna want to just but single family. Okay. And then location, just say Greater. Okay. Yep. So if your buyer is not just a sophisticated buyer, right? And then you type in GTA, they will say okay. Otherwise, some of the buyer will say just type in the address for the one you just do the sewing. Okay, they try to free the exclusive right. Okay, free out the exclusive right for them, but that's the negotiable. Okay, you and your clients, between you and your clients. But typically you write down something like that. Okay, this is like a use, right? Single family residential, single residential is the same. Okay. Now the commission usually you give what 2.5%, right, for your buying part. Okay, unless you negotiate the 3%, that's okay. Okay, and because that's all here, right? So all would be if you're using the for MLS, then they will give you the indicate the commission there from the seller, right? So some of the BLA, so you can use it to buy the for sale by owner, right? So then you won't have the MLS. Then what happens if you don't mention 2.5? Then your client might argue saying, oh, I'm not buying from MLS, I'm buying from the seller. So you didn't say I should pay you any percentage. Then you get in trouble, right? So usually we'll done 2.5 or something. So I see some of the Asian friends, they miss this part, right? But the good thing you put it down, okay? So, and then here, we're gonna put a 90 days for holdover period. Okay, I think most of you already know what's the holdover period, right? So otherwise, if you have trouble to understand and later on, you can call me or call any manager to explain it to you. Okay, basically, if holdover day is after this expiry date, okay, you still have the right to claim the commission if this property you have sold before to the client. Okay. Now the next part would be the schedule. You don't have any schedule for this BLA, right? So don't know that. Some of the friends will ask, if I have a rebate agreement, do I do it here? Yeah, maybe or may not. You don't want to make this one too complicated. So if you have a rebate agreement, you do it as a separate form, okay? Separate paper or whatever, write it down between your client and yourself, okay? Yeah, don't type in anything with this standard. Now you have this agreement the end of the last page, right? Signing by the agent and then the buyer, okay? Declaration of the insurance will be the agent, and then acknowledgement will be the buyer, okay? So this one will leave it to the signing part, okay? Okay, now the next one will be the 160 for the disclosure, right? So that would be the agent, right? The role of salesperson, presenting what? A company, right? Online realty in okay, that's it. And the explanation was what's the disclosure is about. Then you will say the buyer is a realtor. That's it. Simple enough, right? And then would you be receiving the commission? Partially, I would say yes, because you know, a thing for nothing, right? Yeah, you don't want to make this too complicated. So just normally you say yes. Yeah, I will. Okay. And by the way, when you're doing typing, actually the form is saving automatically. Okay. Just at the end, you still have a saving except just before the signature. Okay. You have a saving as an envelope. So when you're typing, is the saving already. So somebody may ask, where's the saving button? No, you don't need. Okay. But of course, if you want to save it first, yes, that's fine. Okay. You want to save it 10 days, is fine too, but you don't want to mix up everything. So now just fill out the form and go ahead, right? So over summary now is going to the actual part. Okay. After this, you go into the offer documents. This is the offer documents. And this is the part just the including 160, you're going to send it to the LA. Okay. Now this is the date, which is the today, right? You're going to make this offer, and then this is the filling already for you, right? This is good, and this is signature, okay, by email. And right now, let's say you're going to do it for 11:30, right? PM. Now on the day of 11, right? Until tomorrow, let's say 11:59. Usually we do that, right? And that's the default time for the broker pay, so make it easier. So later on you will see that. Okay. So 11:59 p.m. tomorrow. So this is how you typically do it. So of course, when you get into more experience, then you can do something like so less time or something like that. But usually this won't be. This is a good way to do that. Okay, so that's it for the over summary. Okay, you just need a signature. That's it. During the time. All right. Now for the actual agreement 101, okay, that will be the same thing for today's date. Okay, buyer, seller. Okay, now the unit. Okay, let's say this is a unit this one too, right? See the missing here, 60. So basically, just find out what's the missing, and just put it in. You see, now this part is already finding for you, right? So some of you use the web form, you have trouble to find this, but this is automatically filled out. So that's another good thing to use, right? Use Skyslope. So building number, you don't find it, just leave it blank. You don't have to figure it out, okay? Now this one is a little bit messed up, right? So this is number and the level, right? So this P2 is a level, so you put it there. Okay, also P2. And how many parking? One. How many lockout? One. That's it. Okay, that's it for the part. So remember this one, they are asking for what? They're asking for 849, right? So 849, you put 849, or you put 850, let's say 850, right? Just make it a good for the offer, right? So this is price, and then you need a deposit. Deposit usually we would do upon acceptance, the middle part, okay? Unless you're doing the bidding offer. Bidding offer, some of the LA will require you to do it here with. So when you submit this offer, you have the band draft ready. You take a picture, okay, send it over. But for the market right now, your upon acceptance is good enough, okay? So the second part, okay, and then the deposit. 50,000, right? Yeah, just make it like that. You make it nice way, or it's less than that, but it's just a couple dozen differences. So now the next part will be the schedule. We know that that's the schedule B, right? So usually we'll say schedule B. Okay, for irrevocable, because offer from buyer, right? Your buyer is submitting offer, so irrevocable always on the what? Who gonna submit the offer? Remember that, okay? And on the day until what? Tomorrow, right? That's the irrevocability. That's the day you cannot say no for the buyer, okay? Until the tomorrow midnight. Okay, compression day we also give you 3 months, almost always, okay? So 3 months is January, right? January 31st. Okay, is that good? So for now, it's still quite straightforward. Now remember that this part, when we doing the licensing, right? We know that this already tell you if you do a multiple representation, don't fill anything. But this way, just leave it blank. Okay. Now you have this one from the already filled out from the listing, right? So just leave it like that. Okay, there's no work. And because the condo, right? If there's nothing there, and there's no rental, and that's it, right? So now common expense, you will look at that common expense, right? That's the minutes, right? So just okay. I mean, and some of you will say, okay, now what would I need to fill out, right? Some of you will just look at this including parts of building insurance, common element. So you can just copy over everything here, right? Then paste it in. That's one way to do that. Okay. Or the other way is simple. So this is one way, right? The other way will be simple, just doing as per. If you don't know, as per the status certificate. Okay. So one, this is just do one, right? Don't do both. Or you can do both. This one, put the bracket there. But if you do it like that, that's fine. Okay. Now the section A is mean if you have filled up before, then you don't have to fill up this one. Okay. If you don't fill up before that, if it just assigned it, then you will say wherever spot is assigned. So we have that before, right? So we leave it blank. Okay. Now HST, because of residential, is always included. Title search is 15 days before what? Before the completion date, the closing date, right? So 15 days is 17, right? So if you like 17 or 18, 16, it's all okay. So I like the 16, so you put it 16. You see how you do that, right? So that's it. That's pretty much that's it, right? The signature part is all done. This is all good. This is all good. This is all good. Now go to the schedule, okay? Remember I said before, if you don't want to leave any condition, okay, you wanted to cross out at the signing part, not here, okay? Don't just remove them, okay? If you remove them, you send it over to the LA. LA may ask you to send back the 170. Remember I mentioned it before, right? You just need you to confirm. You are not really forgetting. You are in purpose. You just remove the condition. Okay. Schedule A. Schedule A still. Now schedule B. Okay. Now for most of you, we have a trouble like, do I gonna fill up this one here or gonna leave it in the signing? This is up to you. Okay. It doesn't really matter. So you see the markup tool here, you have a tax here. You can do it here. Okay. You could just type in here and then as the but just type it slowly. Sometimes it doesn't really good. I don't know. Copy and paste. Okay. And one. The keystroke is not really. You can make it slower, but sometimes it's not. Too fast. Okay, make it slow. Slow. Okay, so would be 8. Because it's a saving, right? It's auto saving doing the. See, every time you type in once, it is auto saving. Okay, and this one would be maybe a comma. So better part. Okay, so the better, right? Now for here, you're gonna have another 11. Yuck. Okay, good. Finally managed. Okay, so next time you're gonna choose, right? You do it here or do it in the side. But that's it. You have it done. Okay, that's the schedule B. Confirmation. Okay, the last one. Same thing, right? Scroll it down and the last one. So usually if it's typically if it's not multiple representation, you're gonna choose these two, right? Just for the normal cooperating, right? But because this is a multiple representation, so it's gonna be so leave it like that. Okay, snooper. It still is true, right? You're not doing customer, so you're still representing the seller, right? So this is the the listing agent snooper. So just leave it like that, okay? And then that, okay? And this one will be the by default, it's the same thing. Okay, so only difference is for multiple reason, just check this box. That's it. Okay, for the fill out part. And then for the signing, you're gonna leave it there. You do the signing for initial. Okay, and then that's it for the what's it for the sign signature, everything done. Okay, so we have this form basically fill up, right? So we have for the client to sign, make sure before the offer, you have the right to prepare the offer. Okay, if you don't sign up these two, you don't have a right to prepare the offer. So usually why we put it in at the front. Okay, and then because you're presenting yourself, okay, you as the agent, you're gonna disclose it. So 160. Okay, then this offer itself, and then would be the schedule B included. So make sure you have everything, all the form ready, right? Sure you fill out all the form ready, all the form good, right? Then you're ready to go. Prepare signature. Okay, so you can just leave it envelope name because it's getting to the signing part. So before the signing, it called file. So everything is belong to file. So the file is the upper one. It's like a folder, big folder. Okay, it's like this is the offer folder for this address, and then inside the folder you have the signing, which is the envelope. Okay, inside the envelope, then you have actual signed document. Okay, you know what I mean? That's how they put it together. It's a pretty good, strict rule or design kind of thing for this. Okay, so these two need to be signed, right? Buyer and yourself. Okay, now we get to the DigiSign. That's the default signing will be the DigiSign. Okay, so now you have everything ready. So 810. So this time also the order is good, right? Because order there is good and coming in order is good. Okay, but it doesn't really matter. Right? As I say, it would do everything probably for you. So now because it doesn't know probably how many of the users, so we put them 2, right? So because it's representing, right, then you also put it here. If it's a customer service, then you put it here, right? It's not representing. This is so. As I say, we're doing the 300. We're gonna do the what? Representing. Okay, and that's it. Okay. It's 300. Everything's good. Everything's good. Now this one is more than 6 months. We don't do that. Okay. Say 3 months enough. Okay. This one say that they didn't have anybody else looking for that. Okay, this is very important, right? Ask them to sign, right? Or other agent that representing. Okay, and this is the this is your as the agent signature. This is as the buyer initial, right? So everything's good, 90. So the initial is good, signature is good, right? It put down everything for you. Okay. This is the date. So you still need dates here for acknowledgement. So just put it down, and this is going to be acknowledged by the buyer. Like that. Okay, that's good. Okay, so it's for the e-signing, it doesn't really matter of the acknowledgement because you already have certificate and you already have the instant download the features, everything in electronic, right? You have the copy already, right? So it's receiving a copy. So when you sign it, you will have the copy for sure. So that's why we always put in together for now. Okay, before that, before the e-signature, e-signing, we don't have that kind of feature. So you have to make sure every time going back and forward to do this part, the last part. Okay, but for signing, no need, because it's already including the copy in your email once you do sign, once you complete the sign. Okay. Now the 160 for the disclosure part, you see that everything looks good. Okay. Where's the signature? It doesn't give me the signature, right? So you're gonna put it back. So this is the one they're missing the signature. Signature. Right? And the acknowledgement is the seller, right? So that's, and this one is leave it to the boss or the manager, okay, until the general manager to sign for that, okay, because this form will require the broker of record or the manager to sign for it. So usually that's what I suggest you to do. Just send the offer over to the LA. Once that they have accept the offer, okay, when the offer send it back, and you get a signature for the company. Okay, send everything to the front desk and then get a signature. Okay, and then send it back to the LA. Okay, otherwise you will never know, right? So you just try to free up the resource for our manager, right? Because you don't know how many offers you're gonna send, right? This is the one, and every time if you do that, then you're gonna have quite a pain, right? So make sure when the offer is accepted, then you get the signature. That's fine because you already fulfilled the disclosure, the purpose, right? You sign it, you fulfill it, and then the very last step is get the book of record of a manager to acknowledge. Okay. Now this acknowledgement is for the seller. Okay, so that's it for now for the offer purpose. This is for the offer now summary. Okay, offer summary is the one you're going to use to register the offer. Okay, register the offer with the broker pay. So you still need this one, right? If you don't have this one, you don't have anything to register, right? So just one signature needed. That's it for your L1. Okay. Now this part, look at the actual agreement. Looks good, right? Everything looks good. And then the signature, and then the statement. This one's good. This one's good. It's good. Then this is a very good way to make sure everything. Okay, for the manager. Okay, acknowledgement. Okay, that's where it's missing, right? That's management. So gonna mix up here. Okay, that's it. I'll go to this part, right? So as I say, if you don't want to leave any condition, right? But you still have it here. This is where you're gonna do the cross out things, right? Just do the strike, and then you'll go here, right? Look at a red. And the for condo, right? For the freehold, you only have these two consistent condition precedents. Okay, if you still remember, this is all called condition precedent. Okay, and the third one is for condo only because it's certificate, right? Also for polo, you may have this one. Okay, so you can leave it like that. Okay, this is the current status certificate. Okay, this takes very long time. Okay, now usually what I'm saying is if the seller or the LA has provided you the certificate already, right? Then you don't have the excuse to leave it like that. But it's up to you, right? So if you leave it like that, you send it over, the LA may say, I already provide you the certificate, right? Why you still have to put on the condition. Then you may come back or may ask you to remove off. You know what I mean? So most time check if you don't have the certificate, you leave it like that. If they have certificate, then you probably want to take it out. Well, for the purpose of this, I just leave out this one, okay? And now because you cross out the condition, you're gonna have what? Put down the initial. Okay. Remember the good practice is the for the both end and the initial. Okay. This the ending for ending part. Okay. Some of you may just leave it two, right? It doesn't really mean too much, but for me, say for due diligence purpose, you want to put for initial. Okay, just make it like this is the scope that I'm gonna cross. Okay. So remember that's the buyer's initial. Okay, not the agent initial. Okay, so this is good. This is good, but here we're still missing the buyer, right? So buyer initial. That's the one you attach. It doesn't really know, right? So you have to sell. That's the typical. So it has no problem. No problem here. No problem. No problem because the multi-end, multi-representation end, right? So that's good. Basically, that's it. Right? So you have two recipients sending to the same address. That's good. So you are ready to send. Okay, just click the send. Now this they have come out a little bit like AI beta version, like you would do the what well, last time I tried, you have the good kind of a different usage. You can come up the wording for you, but this one doesn't really. Okay. Okay. 612. That's it, because it's sending to your own clients, right? And then you're gonna call them, right? So that's good. Okay. Send the signature, send for signature. Okay. So it's the same. Send it to yourself as an agent and send it to your client. Okay. Now, because you're still staying as your agent, right? As an agent for this buying agent, so you can sign it now, right away from here. Okay. So I will agree. Right. So and then you don't know where is the signature and you sign, just click and stop. Okay. So this is the first one. So anyway, just for demo purpose. Okay, so pick up the one that you like, or you can just drawing, right? For this purpose, if you draw the signature, and you have to draw the for the initial. But for this purpose, quickly we just pick the one. Okay. Okay. Just click. That's it. I'm done. So once you say I'm done, okay, you go back to this envelope and you will see the status here. Okay, so now you're gonna ask your client to sign for it. Yeah, so that's the one. Now I pretend that my client is myself. Right, this is as the client. So I will do the signature. Yes. Okay. This is the one. Good. See. Oh, nice. I use this, right? So it requires completed and finish sign. So you can download right away. That's why I'm saying the acknowledgement is login. Right. So for the clients, once they sign it, you can download it. So that's already acknowledgement. And now you go back here, do a refresh, you will say it's complete. Right. So from the completed, you can see the history. Okay. And you can view the certificate. Good. So everyone signed it. Right. So if something come up with dispute later on, then this will be the one that to prove. Right. Is everything is assigned. Now go back here, you will see the other things. You can download the whole thing or a zip file, download certificate, print, right? Now you can see individual signed the document. Okay. So in this part, you have signed the document from your clients and for the what 8, 10, 300, right? But this is the time you need to send over to your listing agent, right? So you're going to pick up the part that you needed. So that would be what? 101, 160, right? 320, Schedule B, right? So, and then A01. So two areas together, right? So 810 and 300 is for yourself, for your own company. Okay. Now you can what, do print or do download? This one we do download. Single PDF. Okay. See how is good copy, right? Also, we will do download for L1. Why? Because this one we will need it for register off, right? So we do download for L1. Okay, one for the complete offer. Now we go back to your what, to your email. Right, from email to the listing agent, which is it will say offer straight, like 612, and you will say I Calvin, please find the attached offer. Okay. Now don't remember to attach. That's the offer. You can just check and drop, okay? And everything to before you send it, usually I would suggest you to make sure this the thing you're gonna sign to send is good, right? Sometimes you may attach a different file and everything. So make sure you have everything. Okay, looks good, right? Then you can just say, that's it. Okay, that's the whole overview. Now, also we have to do the members. So the last thing you're gonna do is to register the offer. Okay, so let's see. I have okay. Save it. Okay, just type in. This could be I'm the listing agent, right? So you can do the same thing. Search for the address and then type it in. Just for demo purpose, I just quickly do it. Okay, then this is the offer you're gonna attach the L1. Okay, and do and then register. You see here the day you have to change it because tomorrow, right? So default is already on. Okay, so this is a typical default day for the irrigable, and do register. That's it. Okay. Okay, so it's already 1 hour, so I would do the stop the recording for now, and then you can have any questions.